Alright, we'll start episode 4 now. Last time I got delayed. I wanted to invade this guy last turn, but my guys got injured, so I have to hold off on that. But now these guys are more or less fully healed up and ready to go. So we're going to declare war on the Pilgrims over here and start taking its sectors. We're going to go in here, and I'm just going to say, declare war. And you'll notice that these guys, you'll always be able to declare war on someone. They will automatically accept war because you're declaring war. It's just an action you're doing. So war's been declared between the Empire Pilgrims and you. I'm going to send all these guys up to Bani for now. And we're just going to start invading Bani. Notice that this is the turn count for how long it'll take before I completely invade the system. It can take you a long time or it can take you a short time to invade a system, depending on just how big the system is. Right now this guy has 4 planets in here. He's actually colonized all these gas giants while I wasn't looking. And you'll actually notice something else. The CPUs will colonize whatever they can, regardless of what's in there. So this will actually hurt his, his approval in there, but they'll go in there anyways to colonize it. And he's he colonized this Kessler system. Now I'm tempted to just research really quickly, so that's what we're going to do, and then we'll start going down here. But while we're all doing that, I guess we'll just wait a few turns. I want to research this stuff before doing anything else, so that's what we'll do. I'm more sure my ships can take a beating, so they're good enough. Okay, so we got 1, and we'll get the next one next time. So invading can be a very slow process. Obviously, it's not going to be something that's very instantaneous. You don't just walk up to a guy, say, "I'm going to take your system in the early game." You can do that later game, but for now, we're just going to slowly just basically lay siege to a system and then slowly take it. And you'll notice that this guy's actually sending guys to battle me. And he's actually sending 4 powerful fleets. Well, powerful enough. Galactic event. Alright, influence has been increased. That's very nice. And I've managed to get this one. This is a very good improvement, but you pretty much want to save it for production-heavy systems. And apparently, I've been discovered by the Pilgrims, so there's a second Pilgrim somewhere. Hiya. I would say don't worry too much about the wormholes discoveries. There'll be CPUs that like to quickly advance. For now, focus your efforts in this part of the game just trying to conquer your nearby neighbor. At the same time, I want to start doing this. Get my thing going there. This is sort of like a production area, but it probably shouldn't be. I should actually go in here and change you to be finance. I actually want to probably take this plant too, so let's do that now. Do that first, actually. Change you over to finance. Then we'll make that one finance. So I'm actually going to have a lot of finance-heavy systems over here. It's not a bad thing to have a lot of finance-heavy systems, but it's more so that I would rather not have them like that. The glittering halls actually makes this a nice little production area, so we'll turn this into a production area for now. I probably would like this to be a non-production area, but for now you have to worry about being able to produce stuff here. You could actually build all these like production improvements willy-nilly without any real care. You could do that, but I don't like doing that for the simple reason that I like to have my money go up like quite a bit. I actually want to probably upgrade these fleets when I get the chance. You can actually do that, by the way. Outdated stuff can be upgraded with retrofit. You just have to be in a home system or a friendly system to do so. Right now I'm in his system, but I'll eventually be able to do it. So this guy managed to send a bunch of fleets here to combat me. Let's start kicking him out of here. I want to attack this Pilgrim. I could attack the other guy, but we're not going to do that. My hero fleet here has all the weak defenders, the one that are good for repair, but that's fine. This guy has what appears to be a lot of kinetic-based ships. I shouldn't have too much trouble with this guy, because he's basically kinetic heavy. So what we're going to do is we're going to sabotage him in the first go. That'll basically reduce his accuracy while increasing mine. Then we'll go with let's go with tactics next, and then finally we'll go with defense. Now, pro tip, usually when you're inside their systems, they will defend themselves. So let's just manually watch this battle. I don't think we'll have too much trouble, but we'll probably take them because we're a stronger fleet, and because we have the stronger ships that are actually geared to killing these guys. The Pilgrim ships are not very well geared. Note that some of my guys are, I guess, a little bit damaged, but that's fine. I'll probably still be able to kick his ass. I may be reduced health, but I'm still probably going to win. So, right now, this should be his fleet, and this should be mine. And we're just going to rip apart with our lasers and all that sort of stuff. He's actually hurt me a little bit, but once my missiles hit, you'll see a lot of, this is all the missiles here. There's going to be a lot of damage going on. Boom, 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 boom. We actually, we torched a bunch of the ships. He actually beat my tactics, but it shouldn't matter. He's only got like one ship or so left. You can actually see from up here. And it's right there, too, only one ship. So that should be destroyed easily enough. He's gone. So that wasn't too troubling. We managed to crush his fleet. So that's one of his guys out of the way. And he's managed to reach level 10. That's like a key point for heroes, I guess. We gave him this last time. Let's give him this one. This is basically lasers. This one only affects like missiles and kinetics. This one will affect lasers. So now he's got all his, his weapons covered. He's got one more point left. We'll jump that into... Let's jump into surveillance so you can see what's coming. There's the battle results. I crushed his fleet and he didn't really do much to me. And he still has another fleet left. But you know what? We're going to actually attack the Yellow Pilgrims, just so that this guy can get some experience. I could attack the other fleet, but this fleet's a little bit weaker because this is a weaker heal, and also because some of these ships are weaker. So he actually could hurt me a lot with his stuff. And I think rather I'll go after this guy instead, just for the easy experience that he'll give me. So I actually want to attack this one. Offense, offense, offense. Actually, he's only did twice. He's probably not going to survive that long. Okay, he's gone. Bye-bye. So, battle 1. We're slowly taking this guy out. And it'll be 4 turns before I get this, which is fine. I can wait. Slowly colonizing Genemos over here. Okay, so another turn passed. Note that this basically why I sort of skipped a turn there. You can only attack one fleet with another fleet at once. So he only had one attack and he used it on that one of those fleets. Now I'm going to attack with my main hero again. And he's going to hit the other fleet, the other big fleet. I could have attacked with my other fleet, but I decided not to on a simple fact that I didn't want to lose any ships. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to lose any ships with this guy. Looks like this guy is more or less connects again. So I'm actually really well geared to kill these Pilgrims. We're going to... Let's go with the same thing more or less. Sabotage. We'll go... We'll actually use this one right here. Beam Surge. That'll give me a critical chance on my lasers, so these guys will do a lot more damage with their lasers. And then we'll go... Defense, if it gets that far. Let's watch this battle too, because it's probably going to be a nice little battle to watch. Now, last time I didn't really do anything, but you can actually control your camera. So if I click this, you can actually control the camera. You see the stuff right here. You have arrow keys to move the view, You have the mouse wheel to change the camera angle. You have right click to pan the camera if you want to. Right now we'll leave it like this. We'll basically watch him get ripped apart. We beat his first thing with our first card, which is good. Hopefully he won't do any damage. He's only hitting with his kinetics, right? Kinetics are very weak at long range and medium range, though you don't want to discount them. And boom, 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 boom. Looks like we took out a few of his ships. There shouldn't be too much trouble killing his last ship. Lasers are very effective at medium range, so that should be destroyed easily enough. And it's gone. So we crushed both his fleets. Victory at Bani. That is well deserved. Well deserved win. He gets another 2 lovely levels. I'm actually thinking at this point, he's done a fairly good job. Let's dump both of these in melee. And the reason for dumping them both in melee, this guy can basically be transferred to other fleets, and he can actually be transferred to his fleet and increase the invasion progress for Bani. There's still 2 fleets here, and I can't attack him, so I can actually use this fleet to attack one of them. So let's do that. So this is my other hero. He's not really geared to fight, but he can still fight. And we can take out his kinetic stuff, more or less. We'll go with sabotage. We'll go with defense, I guess, and we'll go with defense. 2 defenses. I'll use all of this one because you can probably watch if you want to, but there's really no need. Okay, I crushed him. As you can see, I took a lot of damage from one of my ships. So I want to be really careful of that. I could have lost this ship against one of those other fleets, but this one, probably just enough that I could take him out without much worry. And he levels up a little bit. We'll dump you in the veteran for now. Veteran gives you 1 little point to everything, so he gets a couple of the labor and wit, which are good for governing, but it's also going to give him a little bit of melee, offense, and defense for ship battles and invasions and such. So we want that. Okay, there's only 1 little fleet left. Next time, I'm going to basically attack with this guy, and then we'll probably put him in this fleet to speed up the invasion of this system. I would have liked to attack this guy earlier. I think I know that as much, but I really was delayed, so he doesn't have to roll the punches. He's actually going to be sending a fleet up here, apparently. That happens sometimes. Nothing to really fear, though. And it looks like he's sending another couple invasion ships over here. Okay, I guess he's going this way over here. Hey, look, we got another friend, a Hisho fleet. Hi, Hisho. Let's attack the Hisho, I guess. With, well, actually, let's attack with you first. Kill the Pilgrims. Kill his, stuff here. And, ooh, look at that, he's actually got some beam weaponry on some of these ships. So he might be able to hurt me this time around. Not. He's gonna get killed. Let's go offense, and we'll blow him up with a bunch of missile connects. I'll go with engineering after that, and then we'll go with defense if he survives that. Auto it, he should be destroyed easily enough. He actually beat my kinetic warheads with a defense, but I still crushed him. I mean, he didn't have any real defense to me, so there's really no worry. Alright, so at this point, there isn't a whole lot the Pilgrims to send at me at this point because I've destroyed most of their ships. I mean, I probably killed, what, 4 fleets of theirs? So now we're going to change you to, we're going to go here and just basically press change and you can go here. Note that it's 8640 right now. If I go here and change it to this guy, it's now 19872. So rapidly increases the invasion power of that little invasion fleet. And now I can take this in 13 turns. So great for invading this guy now. I'm actually going to have this other guy get some more experience. So this Hisho will get destroyed. Picking up the easy experience. Auto it. Not going to bother watching a little ship get destroyed. You could watch if you want to. Bunch of, like, you know, big ass ships team up on one little one if you want. Alright, end turn. Alright, so we've got extreme metallurgy. That means I've got hexaferma. And I've got identified in the galaxy. Apparently I don't have any of my systems currently. There is one up in Sable, but I don't feel like going up there. He doesn't appear to have any either. Okay, well anyhow, that basically just helps you learn something. You'll see in a moment. We're going to put our temporary finance here, and then we'll go do this. We're going to go into ship design, because you always want to keep upgrading your ships with the best stuff. And I want to basically make it so the gunboat, the defender free, both get upgraded weapons. As you can see, I have this little triangle here. This means there's a better, superior level of support for these guys, so I can go click on all this. And this little check mark confirms where you want to do it. So I can go. I want to confirm at least all these ones without the circles around them. This one with a circle saying you can't get it. Basically, it requires a strategic resource to build this modifier. I can't build it unless I have it. So because I don't have it, I actually want to say no to this, and I'll just go back to number 1, and we'll stick to this for now, just because of the simple fact that I can't build the advanced level of this just yet. I will in the future, probably, when I have the access to resource, but for now I can't. I want to probably increase beams, I guess, on this ship a little bit. Beams are probably one of my favorite weapons to use, because they're fairly good. They're fairly good at medium range, and they're also not too bad at long range. They're terrible at melee range, but by that time you're probably done the battle anyways. So apply that. The gunboat 2 is ready. We'll go do the same to defender free. Note that as well, I could actually put the power module on this guy, but we're not going to bother with that, just for the simple reason that this is not really a weapon ship. This is like a repair ship, and that's what he's up to. So we're just going to click superior levels for all this other stuff. And we're good. I would like to do it for this one again, but I don't have the strategic resource for it, so we'll just leave it alone. And it looks like this guy's more melee capable than the other one, so that's fine. So now we got a gunboat 2 and a defender 4 ready. Also know at this point, you should probably think about your scout as well. I'm going to just change this guy to have no weapons or defense on him. To me, scouts are just expendable things that you don't really care about. What you would want to upgrade on him is the engines, so I'll do that. Engines will just basically let him move faster, and I'll actually give him a little bit of evade score for evading hits if he wants to as well. I could put other stuff like the repair on it, but you'll notice that this increases the cost, so we're not going to do that. Just leave him alone, basically. Alright, so we'll leave him at 136, he'll have the advanced engines, but that's it. So apply. We've upgraded all our ships except for the Siegecraft. Siegecraft will come later when I get the appropriate upgrades for it. This guy sent something here to die, so we'll do that. The Vindicator and the Paladin get to get killed. So let's go Tactics. Let's go Defense, Defense. Well, all this battle. So we crushed him. No contest. Got some experience for you. Again, veteran, because that'll help in governing, but also for fighting right now. I'm actually tempted to try and destroy this too. So we're actually going to send you down to Hiddle. And you'll blockade the system, attack it when he gets nearby. So blockade the system so this guy can't escape, and we'll just attack him when he gets near. So, in the meantime, all these guys are producing lots of science, which is fine. There is stuff I want to research. But you know what I really want to do? I want to produce a few ships as well. We're actually going to have Hiddo start produce a few ships, I guess. We'll basically produce our defenders here for now. And over here in Oyur, which is like our main production area, we'll start producing a whole lot of gunboats to join them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 2 equals 8, which means I have 4 command points left. And we'll go with... probably don't want to have that many. We'll go with 1 defender here, and we'll go with a gunboat. So that'll be another 2 there. We got 2 left, and we'll build a couple gunboats here. Or that's 1, I guess, because it'll basically cost too much. And we'll go to our main plant, and we'll build a gunboat here. So this will be another fleet just to join these guys, helping out. Notice that it actually increased this from 1 to 2. If you're converting industry to science, you will actually see that happen. Your science will get reduced quite a bit. If you're converting industry to science, you're actually getting a huge science boost for it. If you're not, then you're not. That's actually a reason perhaps to consider building the improvement that increases your industry in all your places. Do I like to do that later when I actually have a lot of plants in the system? The more plants you have, it actually justifies having it, but less, it still costs you free dust for the improvement itself. Alright, so Gane is making that now. We're just going to wait for him to come along and then blow him up. Wait for him to end his turn. And now he's here, and now he gets to die. We'll just go offense, or I said offense, and we're not going to bother doing anything else. He's just going to die in the first turn anyways. Boink. Easy experience. You can go back up here, the guard. And now all 3 of these guys are guarding and invading the system again. At the rate we're going, we'll probably only take 1 plant, I think, but that's fine. It also demonstrates just how hard it can be to conquer someone else's plants. By the way, if you look at like this over here, this little, if you hover over it, you'll actually see a system defense on him. So this guy's got 3020 defense on his system, and I'm getting 6% a game per turn, and I have 33% progress of invading his system. So just some worthwhile things that you can do to find out how well you're doing invading these guys. We got this now, tactics and defense things. One is defensive retreat. It's just if you want to, you can start attacking the guy while you're retreating, and the other is just camouflage. It just lets you evade, which is very nice. And he's sending a very small offensive fleet to try and do anything. Usually at this point, once you crush most of his fleets, they're helpless to you. Unless they're really big, in which case they'll send entire fleets at you at once just because they can. It'll take a while, but slowly these guys will build up the ships I need to build another base fleet here at Hiddo. Alright. He's saying at least 2 ships, but that's fine. We'll just... He's sending lots and lots of ships at Bani, but it's not going to help him. He's going to die. Note as well, I think this is a bug, but sometimes they'll send heroes on one little ship like this. This guy's going to die regardless. It's a, it's just a hilarious thing that the CPU sometimes does. Bye-bye. No contest. He just died. Didn't even really do any damage. And I got lots of experience from this guy here. That's all I'm really doing at this point, is giving this guy more experience. I'll note as well, I colonized 5 plants because there's only 5 I liked around my area. The rest are in the Pilgrims area. If you have more plants to colonize, always keep colonizing, I guess, unless you're on a hard difficulty. But I mean, on normal difficulty, You can colonize all this stuff around you if you have access to it. I just don't really have any other planets I really want to colonize. Except for maybe Gatera down here, but... I'd rather conquer this guy and just worry about that later. Okay, he's got 2 guys here. You're going to blow up one of them. Or both of them. Let's go defense. That'll just make him avoid damage. Nine turns to go. A very slow process of invading this guy. You also note that I'm like in sort of like a process where it's like click end turn, click end turns. That sometimes happens in this game. It's very similar to like what happens in Installation when sometimes you have nothing to do. Except just wait. Okay, calcium's done. Down he goes. Another guy to die. Looks like he didn't do anything for his tactic. Sometimes the CPU won't choose anything to do. They'll just die. Or kill you. Depending on if they're stronger or weaker than you. Let's get you last veteran. Note that once you get veteran 4, you have the ability to get cyber skilled. This lets you get 2 free ability points for collecting it. It's a very nice ability, but it requires all 4 veterans to get. Alright, so we researched everything I want to. So next, we're going to go down here. I'm going to get this one. This is what lets you basically cross wormholes. We'll need that for exploring past our, starting area. I also want to get containment fields for the luxury resource down here, as well as this one for a ship design. It lets me get the cruiser class, which is basically a weapon boat for the United Empire. I also want to get this and this. So that'll be for the exploration tree. And then we'll start focusing over here on the diplomacy and trading tree, as it's called. You're done your ships, or ship, so go here. I should actually note, since I managed to get that improvement, this improvement right here, this is a really good scientific improvement to get early on. It basically lets you get a fairly solid boost to your science. So I'll actually get that going right now for all these guys. Because I like the solid science boost. Plus you get a boost for the population as well. And turn, while I slowly build the ships for Hiddle. And we're starting to build it in Ganai. So Ganai has done its ships. Go, go, go! And he sent a couple more guys to die. And apparently sending heroes in his fleets again. There's one ship, one ship, one ship. They get to die. And you get to get experience for it. Don't really care what I pick. Just kill him. Destroyed him. Alright, so you're here. Just start defending and we'll start grouping you up and stuff. I'll actually build the defender in here to join you. So merge. This will probably be the most strongest fleet I've got right now, just for a simple reason that they're all upgraded ships of my stuff. Slowly taking Banny. It can be a very slow process depending on how big these systems are. I'll note that Banny is really big, but the rest of the systems probably won't take anywhere near as much to conquer as Banny did. It's also because he probably colonized Banny first. Merge you. I'm not going to even bar selection a card. Just kill him. Auto. He's dead. Okay, you got Cyrus Guild. And now I can select wherever I want with you. So, that wouldn't be too bad to get. That would let him level up a lot faster. And it might be worth doing so. But I don't really care about leech that much. Let's just give him... let's just get Negotiator free. And then we'll get this Dust Miser to get those out of the way. So he's now leveling up quite a bit. You notice that he's level 13. My other hero, he's only 12. Because all he's been doing is invading the system, which it doesn't really give you much experience for doing so. Sadly. Okay, so we got this done. Nice. The rest of these guys are ready to be pumped out. And the second fleet, or the third fleet rather, of invasion guys, or not invasion, but fleet battlers will be ready. And Seeking the Origins. Okay, this is sometimes my favorite, but also least favorite event. You basically require 1,000 gold for the helpful and selfish ones. But usually what happens if you don't have that, you go with Hostile, which basically gives you a negative approval. And it gives you some population, but it's a terrible event, obviously. I always go with Helpful. Selfish is okay, but I prefer Helpful for just the approval you get from it. And you're leveled up, which is good. I'll give you Veteran so you can get a little bit more melee power. So now it'll take a little bit less time. He's going to have a little bit more evasion power. He's now up to 20,000 evasion. And you guys can merge. And you know what? I think I need to get one more ship built somewhere. Because I've only got 5. Oh wait. There he is. 6-6. Okay, we're done. Let's get an extreme option going on here. And then we'll go back to converting science for you. Seeking the Origins, so I lose 1,000 gold, but I get 50 approval on all my systems. This is a good time to go into here now. I got massive approval because of that, and I actually want to start thinking about dumping the taxes a little bit over to, you know, I want to have my dust go up, obviously. I think we'll leave it at 45% right now. That seems like a good, you know, science number. I'm not really caring too much about production as much anymore. Production is early on is really important, I think, for United Empire, but right now I'm more interested in basically the science part. There's my my combined fleet now, as you can see, 2,500. That's bigger than both of these fleets combined, even with the heroes in them. So these new ships are very powerful, and once these guys are done here, this will be like my key invading thing right here. I'm actually going to do something quickly too. We're going to send this guy down to here. And he's going to isolate Sing from the other guys. And we'll send the weaker of these fleets down to Qatar. And once I am done with Bani, we'll send him down to Pictor. And what I'm doing here is I'm basically going to blockade all his systems at once. That really, really hurts their economy when you do that. And hurting their economy will basically crush them for sure. If you're having troubles at all, just crush their economy. And it'll be basically their ship grind will be ground to a halt, and it'll just fall over pretty much for you. And I got the science, so there's containment fields out of the way. I get my luxury resources all over the place. And he actually wants a ceasefire. Refuse, because you're winning, probably. You know what? We're gonna start building anti-planetary things all over all these places, and I'll build extreme ops too. Someone has discovered me, apparently, and it's the United Empire. Hello, United Empire. So there's another United Empire in here. Go with this, and this, and then I'll go to that. He had a fleet there. I think what he did, though, he actually merged it into his homeworld. And the reason he did it was an invasion fleet, and it had no offensive ability, so I could have just blown out of the sky. One thing you can do, by the way, you can hide your forces inside your homeworld or systems, just so that no one can attack them. Of course, they can still attack your systems by invading them, but they can't attack your ships, and you can try and bring reinforcements if possible. Okay, you can basically blockade him. So now Galter is invaded. Tsing is invaded. And you're over here just kicking their asses. Let's kill the United Empire. I like to get experience from weak little ships like this. I'm not worried about him sending ships to join his Pilgrim buddy there, because of the simple reason that I'm blockading where they come from. Here and here. I mean, if you know that they can't come to you, they won't come to you. One more turn and we'll have his system here, which is good. Genemos, you can build this, and just go back to that. And just blow up his last fleet there. Bye-bye. And done. We managed to capture our first system. It probably will take you a lot less time to do that, just because I attacked his biggest system there, for sure. But now I own his system, and you'll note that when you own his system, it has like a 4% ownership. It basically takes you a while before you completely own a system. So as you look at here, control recovery, you basically only get so much ownership after you control it. Each turn that passes, you get more and more ownership and control over the system that you've taken. Right now, though, they really don't like me. If someone was to invade this system, I would have no control over it being lost. Like, you can instantly invade this system because it was just successfully invaded recently. He's also got these gas giants, which are hurrying approval, but approval is going to be very low. That's going to be 1.3% until like, you know, time passes and I have more ownership and I build like stuff like this. Or it's just these guys are just going to hate me basically in here. We'll build that for now, and these guys can just go on. Let's send you down here, and you go down to Pictor. And we got the cruiser available, so one more ship design. The cruiser is your second tier, I guess, capital ships, or the first of them. You'll notice that it's got more HP than, say, the other two that you have. It also has a higher cost as a result, as well as more command points. But it's a decent ship to always have available. I'm going to... Let's see here. I want to put on... nothing here, I guess, except for armor. And I'm going to stick on... Let's see here. Let's stick a whole lot of missiles on this guy, I think. Note, by the way, that I haven't really explained it, but you can actually have these connect be long range. You can have the beams be melee range. You can do whatever you want with these weapons, right? It's usually best to have beams be medium range, missiles be long range, and kinetics be melee range, just because that's how they're designed. But if, like, say, like, you know, I didn't have access to antimatter, it'd probably be better, for example, if perhaps maybe I made the missiles short range, because I wanted to clump them up with the kinetics, be very effective with kinetics. And if I had defenses for flak and shield for it, or whatever. But basically, you can change the weapons to whatever range you want, depending on what you want to be effective at. I want you, though, to be effective at kinetics for this. I'll bump you down to 1 so you can have some defense. Note that because it's a bigger ship, it's got more tonnage. It's like got double the tonnage. I want this to be a missile ship, so we'll dump at least 6 on here of missiles. Lots of missiles for this ship. And we'll dump flak. Now, we're going to note something. You're probably noticing that this is a lot lower than for the other stuff, with 10 space. Each of these ships have their own abilities, right? So this is like support module reduced, and that's like the cost reduced. This one has weapons reduced. So these weapon modules are a lot cheaper on this ship than the other ships I could build. So it's got 4 flak. I actually want to only have 2 flak, I think. Oh, let's put 3 flak. We'll have 3 shields. We'll give you at least 4 beams. And I'll give you... odd. Do I not have airspace? I must have something wrong there. Let's go like this then. Alright, for some reason it's saying I have 10 space, but it must be like a decimal or something that's just stopping me from doing that. That can happen sometimes in this game. You'll be stopped by the decimal. We're going to just dump an extra beam then. And he'll have 219 out of 220. So this guy's geared to be like a missile boat, but we're going to just call him a weapon boat for now, because that's what he is, or a weapon boat. Weapon boat. And we'll create him. And after you create your like second tier ship, you'll get like a, yay, platform for success. So now you have like bigger ships they can send to build for your ships. Okay, we're going to end our turn. Now, before I leave you, like, you know, at this point we've conquered one of his systems. It took a long time, but I took it. Now we're just going to send my guys to slowly lay the groundwork for conquering the rest of his systems. And by doing that, we're just going to basically hunker my guys over his systems and stop them from doing anything. And there's this fleet here. So it'll take me 8 turns to start conquering this guy. I'm actually thinking that that's good now, but let's send a couple guys over here or here. So here's where it's going to go. Go in here, and we're just going to slowly send 1 siegecraft over to here until this number goes up. So we'll go over here. 1. And what I'm doing here is I'm diminishing the offensive power here, but I basically have so much invasion power here that I'm getting the minimum of 8 turns. The minimum of 8 turns to conquer a system. And I can spare sending a few siegecraft to say this system or this system in hopes that I might be able to take those systems. So we'll send you this way. And you know what? We're actually going to send 2, I think, at once. And we'll send 2 more for a total of 6. Wow. Okay, so apparently I can send even more. Okay, now it's going up. So we're going to send 7 ships over here to start conquering Galtur. And the rest of the ships will stay here at the Sing to conquer it. So move forward. You can start invading this system. And he's got even less system defense here, so this would have been a really quick take. But for now, we'll start conquering Galtur, which will take a longer time. And we'll merge all these guys up. So I've got 7 of my ships here to conquer him. I've left 5 of them over here to start conquering him, and then the rest are here in Pictor. And we got adaptive colonies, which is great. So next time we're going to be doing a little bit of industrial engineering, I think, is what I'll call it. We're going to pick up this one here, Wolf Systems. We're actually going to pick up basically a lot of these... we're we're gonna pick up all of these improvements and start building them in our systems. And I want this first. Then I want this. Then I want this. Then I want this. I want to get 1% empire's influence add to commerce in a home system. 1% empire's influence add to production in a home system. Interesting. I actually like this one. We'll get that too. We'll get in that order, I think. But that's next time. For now, this is enough for episode 4. We've laid the groundwork to start conquering the rest of his empire. And, well, for now, we'll just focus on what it is I have to do to build up the rest of my empire. And, I suppose I'll lay the groundwork for that too. I'm going to want to build this here. Note that this end of varying structure only works on small stuff. It'll only work on this asteroid for this one, so we won't worry about this just yet. We'll get this first. And we'll get this possibly as well. This will increase the food production on these 2 planets. And then we'll start worrying about that from there. On Hiddle, you have a couple mediums. I might want to get this Arctic. Since, you know, my planets are so happy at the moment, so let's get this. I can colonize a lot of stuff at this point. Oh, I want to get that first. We'll get both of those, and I'll get this going. And we'll get this going. Yeah, we'll get you too. I'm in the colonize everything in this available kind of mood at the moment. Get you there. Get you going there. Get you going there. Building a lot of stuff there. Again, it has a small error, so automatically build that right there. And we'll go colonize you right after. And Celsium, you can colonize the lava. Get your production going up. And get the nice happy boost from it. Alright, at this point, yep, we'll get that. At this point, we'll have to, you know, what we're going to want to do in the next episode, I'm going to want to basically improve my faction's improvements and such, colonize the rest of these like planets more or less, and start exploring. That'll be what we'll be doing in the next episode, I think. But for now, we've done enough of the invasion, and we'll leave it at that.